boys and girls, I want to go over the game 24 with you. I discussed and introduced 24 in a Zoom a while back, and we talked about it, and I kind of I gave an introduction, but we really didn't get in depth with it. So, the game 24 looks like this. I give you a card, and it has 4 numbers, and you are allowed to come up with ways to get 24 with these 4 numbers. You have to use each one, and you can add, you can subtract, you can multiply, you can divide. Write those down. So you can add, you can subtract, you can multiply, and you can divide anything you want. The key is you have to use each of those numbers one time. You can't use them again unless they're on there twice. And in this case, they are. And you have to get the answer of 24. So I'm going to write these numbers down because when I do it, I like to write them down and then kind of cross them off as I use them. So I have a 4. See way up there? All right, a 4, 4, 2, and 8. Hope you can see that. And I can use any of these. So you can add, you can subtract, you can multiply and divide. So I'm thinking I have to get to 24. So, and I know you're probably not ready to multiply yet, but when you multiply, depending on how you do it, I'll show you. I'm thinking I'm going to multiply. So I'm going to take 4 times 2. 4 times 2, just a quick little lesson, means you're taking 4 2 times. So it's just 4 plus 4 because it's 4 2 times. That equals 8. Now, you can keep working with this, or you can kind of start back down here. So, I'm going to take this 8, I'm going to add 8 to it. And I'm just kind of thinking through this, okay? Sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes it takes a while. So 8 plus 8 equals 16. So I use the 4, the 2, and the 8. So the only thing I have left is the 4. 16 times 4. I wouldn't want to multiply 16 times 4 because that would get me too big of a number. Because it would be taking 16 4 times. Way too big, bigger than 24. So I'm going to have to add. I wouldn't want to subtract because it's going to get me smaller, and I'm trying to get to 24. So 16 plus 24. If you don't know the answer, take 16. You always take the bigger number and count up. So 16, 17, 18, 19. It's only 20. That one, nada. But let's go back over that one more time. I used the 4. I used the 2. Then I added the 8. And then I used the 4 again. So I used each of the digits. That's how you do it. But you had to come up with 24. It did not work. Let me try again. Sometimes you just got to keep going. So I'm trying to get to 24. Let's see. Let me start over. Let's use the 8 first times 2. Now, when I talk about multiplication, I'm going to start with the 2. If I did 8 times 4, I'd be at 32. And I could then go smaller, but I'm just going to try this first. 8 times 2, that's 8 plus 8 because it's 8 2 times. That's 16. Then I probably need to use the 4, but if I did 16 plus 4, that would be 20. I could do that and then add, if I added 16 plus 4, that would be 20. And if I added 20 to that, it would be 24. Did you get that? If I added 16 plus 4, that would be 20. Because that's what I have left, because I used the 8 and the 2. 16 plus 4 is 20. Then, if I added 20 plus 4, whenever I get 24! So let's write it down. Now, I can keep adding to this, but I'm just going to go down here and do another, it's called another number sentence. So, 4 plus 4. Oops, I made a mistake. And then I'm just going to add these together. But because they're not lining up, and Mrs. Augustine loves her numbers to line up because you make errors if you don't, I'm going to rewrite this. it's a 1, so it has to go in the ones column. 8 plus 6 is 14. Carry 1. Whoa! We did it! That is 24. Now, there are multiple other ways to do this. There are. Hopefully you can think of a way. Your digits today are 2, 4, and 8. Oh, 2, 4, 4, and 8. And you're trying to get to 24. You can add, you can subtract, you can multiply and divide. Now I came up with the ways 8 times 3 equals 16, 4 plus 4 is 8, and then you add 16 plus 8. This is the same as saying 8 times 2 is 16, plus 4 equals 24. And even if you would change it around, it'd be the same thing. You try to come up with a different way. I'm glad that I got to finally explain the game of 24 to you, and I will try to post more cards later on. I hope one day you want to join in on the fun. Thanks for listening.